What's up, everybody? My name is Elliott, but you can call me the Motory Notary. And you might be thinking, I don't want to do that. Well, good news, you don't have to. Just giving you the option. Anyway, if you can't tell from me being on camera, I'm back. And more importantly, the car behind me is back. That's right, my 2005 Volvo V70R with the spaceball manual. Now, it's been a long time since we've seen me or this car, so let's see where we're at on this thing. Now, this car and I have been through a lot since I first acquired it from the side lot of Euro-Asian Bob's dealership. I've replaced pretty much every electronic module in the car in an effort to get the electronic bugs to go away, and mechanically I've done a lot too, including and most notably, and even most labor-intensively, replacing the turbo on this car in an effort to get it to run perfectly. And while it no longer puffs smoke anymore, it just doesn't feel the same, even with that brand new replacement turbo. So if you've been following along, you'll know that I tightened up the wastegate to try to get some of that power back. But while monitoring everything on the Vita computer that I have, I noticed the turbo duty cycle was just kind of all over the map. So I had no idea what was going on. But thanks to you guys and your helpful comments, you all suggested I replace the turbo control valve to try to get this thing running right. And that seemed like a little part and seems like a good place to start, since it's been about 2 full years since we've had a Volvo update, and I apologize for that. Real life got in the way. I had some personal issues, but I think we're back. So I say we start with working on the Volvo, replacing that turbo control valve, and see if we can get this car not only back on the road, but back to where it should have been when I first bought it. So let's go see what replacing this supposedly little part is going to look like. Now, you might be wondering, how did I get this car to move after it's been sitting for so long? Well, the truth is I didn't, because when I went to go start it, the battery was completely dead, which is usually the #1 sign that you've been letting a car sit for way too long. But after a quick battery replacement, well, we moved a whole few feet here, and now it's time to work on the car again. Now, like I said, that little replacement part is really small. See, this is all it is this little turbo control valve. And truth be told, I honestly didn't know what a turbo control valve did until I saw this little diagram that my friend Andrew sent me. And basically it tells the computer when there's boost and when there's not boost, so that way the blow-off valve can open at the proper time and the wastegate can open at the proper time. And if this thing isn't working, basically those things don't work correctly, causing too much boost too low, which sounds pretty awesome, but could be a problem, or not enough boost too high, which is, I think, what's happening for me. But either way, this is supposedly a 2-minute repair from what I've seen online. So fingers crossed, we'll put this on and we'll get this thing out on the road and see if it's up to snuff. But let's first see where it is. Under here, and I know the paint still needs to be done, but I told you I wouldn't do that until the car was running perfectly. Supposedly, this little valve is under here somewhere. So like most Volvo repairs, the first thing we got to do is take this off, and I hope it doesn't involve taking off either this or the cross member, which is usually the case with all the other repairs I've done. But let's get started with this airbox and see if we can locate the old bad TCV. Okay, after some fighting with the airbox, which is more of a job than I thought it would be, we have recovered. Now we just need to find this in here. And, well, it's this one. That wasn't that hard to locate. So I guess we just got to match up this to that and hope all is well. I was going to mark the hoses, but I think your idea of just removing them and attaching them at the same time is probably the best bet. So remove that one and stick it on here.
Now I need a pair of pliers.
See, I think this is supposed to be attached to something, not just free dangling, but that is the story of this car, is everything should be attached to something, but a lot of times isn't.
Here we go.
Squeeze, and then
release, twist and release.
Yep, try it. I don't want to, oh no, it's old hose. There we go, there we go. All right, now really get her on there. Then we can either slide the clamp back up or do both at the same time.
Yeah.
I want to make it so it doesn't come out.
Yes.
See, that's not how that's supposed to go. Maybe that's it? Yeah, that feels much better. Okay, now this does go somewhere.
There's probably a bracket that used to be. Volvo would not allow that thing to just float. It's just.
I know, but at the same time, it's been floating for the last however many years.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure that part out, but now we got to put the air box back on so that we can test this thing out. Okay, well, we got the part on, and it turns out taking out and putting back in the airbox was more of a job than I remember it being, but no issue. Now has come the time to take this thing out on the road, get my uncle hooked up in the passenger seat with the Vita computer, and see if this turbo control valve makes any difference whatsoever. Really hoping it did. So, gotta find the hood. All right. You're there. We gotta plug in the actual power because this laptop is, the battery on it is long dead. And then I'll hook up my OBD2 stuff once I'm over there, and we should be good to go. All right. Okay. Gotta take it out of gear. But starting is always good. Now, that can turn on. Outside now. I gotta hook this up. This gives it time to warm up too, you know? All right.
You're wrestling an anaconda
Yeah.
over there.
Not supposed to be driving with this sort of equipment, but you know, it's aiming too high, like my goals in life.
That's right, sure.
See, okay, it's
now you got
blinking.
that.
Just gotta set up the parameters we want. Read vehicle. Can you see this?
Barely.
Like a turbo control valve duty cycle. That's literally what we want. Delicately hold it so that way this doesn't make the little USB disconnect sound. That into the door, I guess. So, from what I understand, and what everybody on the internet said, I'm not going to get on it first. It said to take it easy for a few minutes and let the turbo control valve get used to everything that's going on. As if it's like a new part dipping into a pool or something and he needs to get used to the water. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give it a few minutes and let it let the computer and everybody get to know each other.
That's right.
In this equation. This is new. I think it's because the computer's hooked up to it, but now I have an ABS light blinking. I don't know. This car's electronics are just baffling, but that's not what we're here for.
No.
We're taking it easy.
The boost pressure has gone from
It's changed.
9, it's changing.
But is the turbo control valve
The
duty
turbo,
cycle?
it has gone from 0 to 25 and back to 0.
Okay, so the thing that we experienced last time, if I'm not mistaken, was that under full throttle, like under boost, it would dance around. It wouldn't stay at like 100% or 60% or anything. It would just be like 60, 90, 30, whatever. It just was all over the map.
Well, we're going to find out here in a New York minute.
Right. Like I said, this is still we're still in the shallow end of the pool. We haven't.
You've got to get these two to know each other before they're married.
This is the suggestion, and I want everything to go right. Like I said, I'm still not going to get on it yet. We're going to wait until we're over here. I just want to see stuff's changing.
It is.
But staying
Boost pressure went up to 1400, and control valve went to 30-something and then back to 0.
Okay. That's good. Like I said, I don't remember what it did under low throttle, but I remember it moving around a lot.
Not the question.
No. Low throttle, this thing's fine. Yeah. Normal. This is normal. Not trying to hit boost or anything. Just see what it does here. I'm just gonna roll into it.
Okay.
Let's see those numbers. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that went up. It went up to 83, and it's bouncing around at 89. Boost pressure went over 1400.
Okay.
That's
yeah, I'm trying to think of how it feels. Was the turbo duty cycle staying at a certain...
Very close. It was going to like 85, 87.
Okay.
That's not so bad.
That's better than it was. I remember it dipping, like jumping all around, like crazily.
Put your foot off, it's back to 0 duty cycle, and
like it's okay. But even when I get on it like that,
it moves.
A high gear, low RPM pull, it moves. Okay. I mean, I think.
Well,
the other one,
whether it's any faster or not, the numbers are great.
Yes, the numbers are stable. I like that. This thing has the turning radius of a box truck or worse. All right, we're just gonna get on it again here. Let's see what those numbers do.
Well, it's hard for me to see, but it looked like it went up to 90.
Well, I gotta say, it feels pretty good. I think it feels better.
Yeah.
See, it's been so long, my butt dyno has kind of forgotten how fast it should feel.
Yeah.
But I will say, my primary complaint when we first did this was that up past 3,000 RPMs, which is when everything should be exciting, it was just kind of,
Yeah.
It's like all the fun, you know, there was just nothing. But I really think this little valve solved all of our problems. I mean, look at that.
Let's go with it.
It stays at 99
Yeah.
when I get on it. I think
Dude,
our performance woes have gone away.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's look at one more metric here. A cool graph is even better.
Even better.
Then,
oh, yeah, I see it now.
Now, whether I know this graph is good looking or bad looking, it'll be up
be-
to the people of the comments. Either way, I'm happy with how it feels.
Not
And you
bad,
know what?
not
And with
bad.
car ownership like this, that's 99% of the battle.
You got it.
Second gear pull here. Let's see what the graph looks like. If they stay steady in line with each other, that'd be great. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This feels great.
You know, and you could hear it winding. You can
Yeah.
hear the turbo.
Well, I mean, I can tell you right now, I never used to get up that fast before I used to feel like shifting. And all those sharp dips
Yeah, that's what it's
are
supposed
for
to
when
do.
I let off.
Shift. Yeah,
So that is much more stable. That's great.
that's great.
I think the little valve fixed it. I mean,
I'm with it.
you know, I would have hoped the big turbo fixed it, but whatever. It sometimes it's the little things in your project. I'm happy with these results. So
Good work.
let's get it back to the warehouse and see
Yay.
where to go from here.
Yay.
Alrighty then. Well, that was a rare win for a Volvo video. Maybe that's the car god's way of telling me I need to make more content with this car. Although, truth be told, I think I'm running out of things to fix on this Volvo other than the obvious hood paint issue. So let me know what you guys would like to see me work on next with this car, or if what I did today was even correct, because Lord knows you guys in the comments have been so helpful and instrumental with getting this car back on the road. That being said, I'm also really appreciative of your guys' patience during this elongated outage period, I would call it, from my videos. There's been a lot going on, like I said in the beginning, but I think I'm to a place now where I can finally get back to regularly posting content. So even today's video took a little bit. Did you notice I actually wore 3 different gray cat shirts? Which is 1, a testament to how long this short video took, and 2, a testament to how many cat shirts I really do have. Either way, I'm very appreciative for those of you who are still here, and even those of you who are new. I'm back at it, and I'm excited to be here. So be sure to follow me on all of my various social media postings. If you follow me on Instagram, I try to post little previews of upcoming content there. Of course, follow me on Facebook, and join my Facebook group. It's a great place to share memes, and I'm almost always in there interacting in the comments. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. See, we were just marveling at how smooth it was after all of this work that's been done to it. And my uncle said he could balance a nickel on it. I said it's not as smooth as a flathead Ford, but he's giving it a whirl.
I gotta find a place that's reasonably level first.
You say you gotta find a place that's not vibrating. Oh, now there's a nickel in the engine bay. Well, it's not the first amount of money this car swallowed. So, well.
Goodbye, nickel.
See ya.